That is some incredibly wholesome rapping that we had there.
That's the old stuff.
You definitely should change kill the robot, whatever symbol.
I'm on it.
Perhaps something more original, like Baddest Yahoo or something like that.
Or Puff Daddy, whatever that thing is right there.
Yeah, I'll put it on. I didn't really hear you. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Is it Puff Daddy?
Puff Daddy. He's got the little poof.
Oh, Push Daddy.
Oh, Daddy. Daddy. I see. I guess. He's got that. Oh, what do we call that? What's the word? What do we call that? It's like a trough or something up there? It's like there's a word for it.
It's like a Jewish pompadour.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you ever heard Pablo Francisco's strip club material?
No.
You might want to listen to that.
Why?
Just listen to it.
Why? So this is a theme.
So
everybody in the room understands what you're saying.
So one of the things that a lot of comics do is their strip club voice material. You know, like I think I even had a part once in my career that I had like a couple jokes where I'm doing this, you know, that kind of voice and stuff like that. Anyways, Pablo Francisco has some of the best version of that material, and once you hear it, you'll be like, I can't do it anymore.
Is this story coming to fucking wake up?
Yeah, I don't know about that at all. That's like saying you can't do weed jokes.
No, but just listen to it for yourself and then continue to do it afterwards. But like honestly, it's like I don't know.
I mean, all I'm saying is just like come, so probably not really elevating the material.
That's a great line.
It's just a joke. It's not your entire.
I mean, it's still in the.
Welcome, sir. I'm here.
Right.
Just one moment, big
I
dog.
just wanted to flex my website.
I'm right
You're
here.
aware of that. Totally. Yeah, that's basically all.
Oh, that
Pablo
is fucking
Francisco does,
hilarious.
But it doesn't mean that he owns every single.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying listen to it and then continue to do it if you want to.
Yeah, go listen to the albums that Pablo Francisco made in the early 2000s and decide.
Or just listen to
whether-
one track of one album.
How you
It's on
doing?
YouTube.
That's good. Dude. Are you ready to lose? Okay, well, let me know when you're ready to lose. Remember that time you spoke in sentences? You piqued my interest. What are you learning? Yeah, what about it? Where did the moon rocks come from? Okay, well, it depends which ones you're referencing. There's a famous case of, I believe it was an official in the Netherlands. He was given a moon rock by one of the astronauts, I believe it was Neil Armstrong, and it caused him, like in the middle of the night, like they gave it to him as a gift. In the middle of the night, he awoke and went and got it tested. And it turned out that it was not anything from the moon or what we would think to be from the moon. It was from, it was actually, it was a kind of wood. What is it called? It starts with a T. When it's like hardened, it's like fossilized wood. Fossilized wood. Wood starts with T. Just a moment. Petrified wood. It was a kind of petrified wood. Okay, so that caused all kinds of questions, and then like the official answer was that it just inadvertently got switched out. So that's one of them. The other ones are probably, perhaps, they could be meteors that were found in Antarctica. You see, Antarctica is a very interesting place, especially for meteors, there are meteors that are hitting the Earth all the time, or I should say meteorites, and but they're really hard to find. And once they hit the ground, they're hard to differentiate. One of the places where they're easier to see is in the Antarctic because it's a black image on a white surface. It was one of the reasons why the Nazis were very interested in Antarctica and Werner von Braun, and thus there's a thought that many of the quote-unquote moon rocks were just meteorites that were from Antarctica. But let me go to this story. Moon rocks, petrified wood. It's a hilarious story. Okay, here we go. In 2009, the Dutch National Museum, the Rijksmuseum, discovered that a rock had been displayed as a moon rock was actually a piece of petrified wood. The rock was given to former Dutch Prime Minister Willem Drees in 1969 by U.S. Ambassador to the Netherlands, J. William Middendorf, during a goodwill tour by the Apollo 11 astronauts. The museum received the rock when Drees died in 1988 and put it on display in 2006. Researchers from the Free University of Amsterdam tested the rock and found it to be petrified wood, not a genuine moon rock. The revelation led to discussions about the authenticity of other moon rocks and raised questions about how such a mistake could occur. So that's an interesting one, to say the least. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so the best argument that people will give you, because like everything can be just torn apart, is that the Apollo 11 astronauts put a type of reflector on the moon, and there you could send like light to the moon, and it would only reflect back using this type of reflector. But what actually is the truth of the matter is that the moon is reflective enough to reflect that light, and was actually, they did a test. When I say they, it was either the United States or the Soviet Union. Let me look it up now that we have AI. They did a test before Apollo 11. It was like in the mid 1960s to show that the moon was reflective and that things could be bounced off of it. So you didn't need anybody to put anything on there to reflect it. So just one moment. What was that project, I think of the Soviet Union, to have reflectors on the surface of the moon that was later allegedly done by the Apollo 11 astronauts? Okay, Soviet Union was present. Okay, so it's called the Lunar Laser Ranging Experiment, which aimed to accurately measure the distance to the moon. The first successful tests of bouncing laser beams off the moon's surface were conducted in 1962 by teams from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Soviet Union's Crimean Astrophysical Observatory, even before humans had landed on the moon. So that was always the question. Like I would go through, and like I told you in the beginning when we started this journey, I wanted something that I could believe. Like I wanted to go all in with something, and I thought, well, the moon, especially when I was a younger person, the moon's a perfect example of this. It's like this shining. I mean, I used to go around and say that it was the greatest scientific achievement, greatest human achievement in global history. And I was very proud of this. And little by little, things started to break down. And I remember when I was a little kid, I was a little kid, there was this special that aired on Fox. It actually aired twice on Fox. They don't show this stuff anymore. You don't ever see anything controversial like this on television anymore. But back then you did. I believe it happened in like 1992, maybe a little after, maybe 1994. And um, it was called like, uh, did humans go to the moon? And I saw this, and they did this like every single thing. They were like, okay, look at the different shadows, look at the different light sources. They went through everything, and this uh, this this special was so popular that they brought it back and aired it again. But then it never aired again on American television. And it was it was it was the first time I had ever heard anything counter to the moon, and then I kind of forgot about it because it just was like it's like I was busy with my life and going to school and everything, and my friends and family and all of that, and I just didn't really think about it again, or didn't get into it again until around summer 2008 or so, summer 2000, really between 2008 and 2009. One of the things that opened my eyes to a lot of these things was the global recession. And I started to learn how different financial systems work, and I started to learn how different law works and different um, power groups. And that's when I started to learn about the moon. And I still wanted to believe it. I very much wanted to believe it. And so I would be like, okay, well, we have video footage from there. Well, the video footage of the guys, they're not jumping 6 feet in the air. Be like, okay. Well, there's photographs. Well, the photographs of the lighting are in two different directions. Well, there's a flag on the moon. Well, the flag is waving on the moon. I mean, dude, you've seen the flag wave, right? So then I would be like, okay, well, like, how could all these people be lying? Like, this is like if you ask like if you were to ask any of my teachers or any any person, any professor, they all would say that this happened. And it's like, how could all these people be so fooled? But then it took me back to when I was in high school. We read Plato's Republic, and within the Republic, there's a discussion. It's called the allegory of the cave, and it's this idea that people are in a cave looking at a cave wall, and they think that they're seeing real objects, but in reality, they're only seeing the shadows on the wall. And there are people behind them, whether they be the bureaucrats or politicians, that are holding up images that make them think what they're seeing is real. And only what's called the true philosopher king actually turns around and walks out of the cave. And it made me realize that this was really happening in society. And there were many different subjects where my eyes were open, um, but the mood was a big one. And then I started to be vocal about it, like start talking to people about it. And I'm a very smart person, and that made it difficult for a lot of the people with whom I would have these discussions to understand, because they're like, "You're a very smart person. How can you believe in the moon?" That might be that powerful programs. And I would explain my reasoning and show them as much evidence. I mean, very rarely will someone sit down and watch an entire documentary with you like you did, but um, I'd be able to show it to some people who I trusted, and they would recognize that what I was saying was very correct and very intelligent, and then nobody wants to talk about it anymore because they realize they're being lied to. And if you talk about these things in mainstream society, you're seen as a weakness, no pun intended. So, but I'm just, I'm vocal about my um, my distrust of NASA and my distrust or lack of belief in the landing. And it's pretty obvious to me when you look at those interviews with the astronauts. Don't they don't even know what the Van Allen radiation belts are. So you know what the Van Allen radiation belts are. I mean, they're not like very smart people. They're like old men. And especially today with the internet and all the things that we have, the average person is just smarter. And so you look at these guys and you're like, oh, okay, well, these guys in 1969 might have seemed really smart, but in 2009 or 2019 or 2025, they're not that smart. So, what other questions do you have about this? What other questions? What? Yeah, I think so. What is it?
It's an app. It's an app where you make your own fun, but then you can put something like
Earball?
yeah, what
You mean YUBO?
you do
Yeah, I have seen this one. I've used it. Yeah, but I think I downloaded it, but I started reading things about it, and it was like a lot of teenagers on it, and I didn't want to be around children. I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, but yeah, I do. I have downloaded this before. Have I used it? Not, not in a major way. Are you ready to lose at mini golf? That's my question. I don't want to go with your vote. You vote. I'm live streaming right now. You missed playing bowling with Miss Aquarius and Audie. And by the way, I told Audie, you're mean to Zoo. That's not cool. You need to be nicer. And she said, I'm sorry. She's very possessive, and that's fine. And it's she's jealous. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I knew there was some kind of catch with it, or I'd be losing. What were you thinking? What's that? It's not a bad idea. Yeah, but here's the thing with that. Then you have to make yourself available. And like, if you're a hot chick, you don't want to do that. You just want results. Or you just want people who are interested. And with any dating app, I mean, there are all kinds of social studies that can be done. Um, it's really hard to control the user base with that when it has so much competition. And it's really hard to make money on it, especially because the goal of the app is to get people together. And once they do, they don't need your app anymore. So that means you need a premium version. the things that Tinder does already. You can very easily have alternatives. If you like someone, all you have to do is give them your number and you can FaceTime. Or even just Instagram. Just even you don't even have to give them your number. I get it. I'm not saying I get it. I mean, I'll tell you the experience that I had with it. If I matched with someone, they would we would just video chat just to see if we were compatible and if we were going to go on a date. I get it, but I mean, a girl doesn't want to have to get all dialed up to do like a bunch of speed dating when she's just going to be with a bunch of losers for ruining her. And what happens if you really like to talk to the person? Can you continue the call? Okay. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, that's really what Omegle is, though. Speed dating videos. Yeah. It's not a bad. Right, exactly. So this already exists. It's known as Filter Off or Spark. Yeah. Because they take a lot of work. I mean, if you're going to do that, you're going to be like, if you're a woman, then that means you have to get all dressed up. You have to do your makeup. Everything's got to be perfect. And you're going to talk to, let's say, 50 guys and waste your time with that. You want to be able to have coffee, talk with your girlfriend, watch TV, and just be on Tinder. And if there's a guy who is of interest to you, then you can send him a message or have him send you a message and get closer to them. And then if you want to vet them and say, hey, is this a person real? Are they do they have this influencer life like they really have or not? Then you can do that. But you basically um, you can do everything that you're saying already in an easier fashion. You basically get the pictures, you filter through anybody you like, and anybody you like, you send them a message, and then, do video chat with them. I don't think that's a bad idea too, but it'd be hard to build a user base, and it's very easy for Tinder to just implement that one feature into their app. Like basically, if you got it, let's say it became really popular, all Tinder has to do is just put in video chat into their app, and you're done. Dude, are you ready to lose it mini block? That's my question. Okay. Okay, so we're not going to watch Survivor for some time, correct? I'm going to be honest with you. I'll probably do so. That's okay. We'll get it done. Okay, sounds like a plan, man. You're obsessed with this guy. You're obsessed with this guy. Just don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. You've already told me too much. You've already told me too much. Just if we're gonna watch it, if you want me to watch it, don't tell me anything more about the contestants. I have to learn everything that I'm gonna learn from you from the show. But you've already told me David doesn't win, so I already know something about it. So don't tell me anything more. What I can advise you on doing is, I don't know, whatever time it is where you are, come 2 hours earlier, and that's when we play mini golf, and that's when we can watch Australian Survivor. All right, well, you do what you need to do, and come back when you're done. And if I'm awake, we'll play games like we always do. And if not, and we can watch Australian Survivor. I'm just letting you know, I'm tired already. And the thing that's been killing me is I stay up with you all night, which is fun for me, and I know it's fun for you. But then all these other people come in here during the day, and I'm just absolutely exhausted. So I'm trying to keep more regular hours. I mean, I could still do stuff with you, but it's just, like we play sometimes for 3 or 4 hours, and I'm up till like 7 in the morning. Then I have to sleep on it. So you go get your lunch, and you go see the person you need to see. And when you're done, come up here, and we can do something if I'm up, okay? Do you have any other questions about the meals? Zook, do you have any other questions on the moon? Do you remember that time I asked you a question and you didn't answer?
I don't.
Okay. Well, if you develop other ones, let me know, okay?
To Google it.
Yes,
I'm on it.
Google it on YouTube. The one track that Pablo Francisco doesn't decide if you and that goes for everyone. If you ever want to do a joke with a DJ voice, go listen to the one joke from Pablo Francisco and decide if whether or not you want to do it.
Do it.
There you go. Very fun. Ben, anything else crazy we'd be shocked to know about you in your life?
Well, this has actually been nice. This is the first time you've looked me in the eyes since you came here.
Wow. Very good. Yeah.
You shook my hand.
Yeah, it's pretty impossible to do that when I'm in the green room or on stage and you're in the fucking box office, Ben.
Fair enough.
Sorry I didn't come up and buy a ticket to my own fucking show. Fucking weird little dickhead you turned out to be. Everybody, you never even looked me in the eye. This is how rumors get started.
I'm a big fan.
Well, Ben, come here. I'll shake your fucking raw dog hand. Get over here. There goes Ben from the box office, everybody! He's on social media at Ben Snoot, perhaps underscore. This guy just says weird shit in all of his titles for everything.
The box office. Is that his real name? It's from the box office, his last name.
No, it's just his stage name, Ben from the box office. Social media, Ben Snoot. Is that right, Ben? Sweet or Snoot? So stupid, Ben. Ben Smoot underscore for no reason. Like there's two Ben Smoots out there. You guys want a special treat? We could end the show right now if you want to. You sure you want a special treat? Yes. You know what? Forget the special treat. We haven't had a lady up here tonight. You guys think we should open the bucket until we find a lady, huh? Listen to the 18% of support for female comedians in this room tonight. Very, very, very incredible.
There's got to be a funny woman. It's a woman.
It could be possible. It's not David. It's not Andrew. It's not Richard.
If you need me to transition, I'm thinking about having a sex change. I'm thinking about going from having none to having some.
Not Mike. Not Travis. Not another Andrew. Not CJ. I know CJ. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
No doubt about it. Here we go. Put your hands together for Amber Joy Lane. Oh, that's a big nod from the comedian section.
Man, I see her running hardcore.
Oh, she's going to be out of breath. How exciting. The most fundamental mistake in the show's history. Here she is, Amber Joy Lane. Hello.
Are you ready? Hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Amber Joy Lane. I know it's like my parents wanted me to become a porn star. But instead, I chose to become a dancer, but not the kind of tootsies, so I don't make any money. Yeah, my only chance of seeing my name in lights is if a small child goes missing and they put an Amber Alert up on the highway. Amber Alert. That would have been a good porn star name. You know how porn is like the only place left you can be misogynist, racist, sexist, except for this show. But what if one day the PC police came for porn and the names of all your favorite categories were changed? So instead of Afro, Asian, Cuban, orgy, it would just say, culturally diverse group of women get together and share their hopes and dreams. Or instead of dominatrix, strap-on, pegging, it would just say equal opportunity. You can't be too careful. Even Siri doesn't want to get canceled. I got a dirty text message the other day, but I had my AirPods in, so Siri read it aloud. New message from Peter Rodriguez. I want to lick your pussy and put my finger in your asshole. Peach emoji. Index finger with medium colored skin tone
There you
emoji.
go. There you go. Amber Joy Lane, everybody. Amber Joy Lane. Welcome. Whoa, look at that.
I think I'd just rather hold it. I prefer that anyway.
There you go.
So
Absolutely.
does Peter Rodriguez.
Who the fuck is Peter Rodriguez?
She just said she got a fucking
You missed it. I got the meow. You couldn't hear it. Sorry.
I love
she
it.
got a text message from Peter Rodriguez, bro.
Okay, welcome to the show, Amber Joy
Thank you
Lane.
so much.
So you're a professional dancer?
I am.
How long have you been doing that for?
5 years.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
A year.
Okay, a year, all of it here in South Florida?
No, actually, I just moved back to Miami from Tel Aviv, Israel.
Wow, what were you doing in Tel Aviv?
Dancing.
What is Dolphin Club? The Babushki Club, you heard of it?
Sorry?
The Babushki Club?
The Pussycat Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't work there, but I know it.
I was there.
Okay, so what were you doing in Tel Aviv?
I was dancing professionally and acting because over there I'm exotic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the white girl again. Is that what they say?
What?
I want the one with the white girl.
Got it.
That's what they say. Amber Joy Lane, I love it. Not a lot of ladies come on the show have the balls to dress like a My Buddy doll when they come up here.
Just to put on all the pedophiles after the show.
All right. So what made you get into dancing 5 years ago?
Like professionally?
Yeah.
I went to school and got like an education in marketing. It was just so fucking boring. So I was like, I'd rather dance and make people happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love dancing.
All right. Well, that's pretty awesome.
She's positive energy times a million, right, guys? Like,
Yeah. I can't help it.
Yes.
You're a cheerleader?
No, real dancer.
No, I mean,
Oh.
when you were little, you were a cheerleader.
No.
What
That's the fucking question.
type of music do you like to dance to?
Hip hop.
Hip hop, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Like, what kind of hip hop? Like, what's your favorite song right now?
Whatever you fucking put, I'll dance to.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
How many do you think we should see her dance up here? Huh?
But I'm a comic too. We can also just talk and alright. You know it always goes down. I can't help it. Thank you.
That was pretty good. This was like if John Benet Ramsey's parents didn't kill her. That's pretty good. A little bit jolty and shifty.
Yeah.
How did
But
you?
how are my jokes?
Do you really want to know?
I do.
Well, fuck the jokes. I'm just
I really do.
dancing. It's phenomenal. It's a good thing I'm wearing my sponge underpants. Otherwise, I'm away from the long potato flakes in my pubes the next morning.
The jokes were adorable. I mean, you know,
Adorable?
yeah, you've only been doing it what, a year? You said,
Yeah.
and it's literally the hardest year in the history to do stand-up comedy. Wait, this lady seems mad. What are you mad about, lady? She thought it was really sexy what you did, and you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
she deserves
good for you.
it.
Very
Women
sexy what you
supporting
did.
women.
She deserves it.
It's really sad. It's really sad when a passionate woman in the audience is like, "Look, you're sexy."
What the fucking jokes?
The chick from Sex and the City, by the way, everyone, guys.
There you go. For the audience. I don't understand what you were trying to say. You were saying that you liked her set. You liked the dance. Right, there you go. She likes the dance. Your
Not on
own
my side.
only women throw each other under the bus in this
I
most
know.
special kind of way. No, the jokes were fine. I mean, you heard, right? You heard the response. You know, it was good. You have opportunities for laughter, and if you took your time a little bit more,
Yeah.
for sure, instead of trying to squeeze all this stuff
Give me
into
a minute.
right? But you know, if you do a solid 50 seconds and take your time with it, that's a minute too. Instead of
Okay.
trying to do 2 minutes in a minute and 15, 20 seconds or whatever it takes for the bear to kick in all the way, and even then you try to go over the bear, which is a big no-no on
Well,
this
you know, it
show.
takes women longer always, so.
I guess so. Obviously, you've never fucked my friend Big Mike before. He would break you like an ankle. Amber Joy Lane, what's your love life like? Are you single?
I'm single. I'm on a Tinder date right now, actually. He brought me to your show.
Wow.
I hadn't heard of it. actually.
Wow, you just signed up.
I did.
First date?
First date.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. What's his name?
Danny, I think.
Oh. Let's get Danny up here to see what's going on this first
Danny.
date.
Come on, Danny! 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 Danny!
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Come
sorry.
on, Danny!
Come on, Danny, you gotta do it, bro. I'm gonna
Come on, bro!
have
Maybe
security
he left.
drag you up here.
Maybe he left me up here. I don't know.
He's in the car.
shit. By the way, he didn't leave during the dancing part. He left during the comedy part. Come on, Danny. Come on. Wait, no, that's Big Mike. No,
Oh,
It's not him. It's not him.
Big Mike's about to come up here and rape you.
hey,
Where the fuck is Danny? Do you see him back there?
He's here. He's hiding.
Come on, guys. Start a
Oh,
Danny
wait, how come
chant.
you didn't bring up my-
Danny.
ah!
Here he comes, everybody. He
How
knows
come you didn't bring up Melinda or Melissa?
Damn, look at this fucking stud.
You get a female comic up here and you still bring a guy.
Danny, what's up, buddy? Danny,
What's up,
oh,
Danny?
come up, son.
He's the man.
Danny, grab the microphone from this little fucking.
There you go. Let's take it.
This
I'm
little
so
fucking.
sorry.
This,
Yo, so
how does it feel to be on a first date with a girl that's going to inevitably burn your house down?
feels good.
I love it. So you brought a girl here on a first date, which I fucking love. That's a fucking balls to the walls move. What do you do for work, Danny?
I do e-commerce stuff. I sell stuff online.
You sell stuff online. I love it. What did you guys do on your date before this?
We just met in the line.
You literally, this is the beginning of the date.
This is the beginning.
And then the show started, you basically couldn't even talk after that. This is exciting. Wow, this is
I
very
know
exciting.
very little about
Is there
him.
anything you want to know about him? You should ask him right now. How many of you want to do the first ever public date in the history of Piltonic? All right, ask him a question. Go right ahead,
Answer
Amber.
the question.
Have you already had Corona?
Ooh, good question.
No, I have not. No.
Oh, that's not a good answer. You're supposed to say, yes, I already had it back in December. Try it again. Answer it again.
I've already had it in December.
Thank goodness. So we don't need any kind of protection.
Exactly. Look at that. Wow.
That's still not
Amber,
good.
Amber,
Yes.
is that true? Do you not use protection with guys when having sexual intercourse?
No. We always use protection because guys are like, they don't want to use a condom because they're like, oh, but it doesn't feel as good. It's harder for me to come, and I'm like, oh, it's hard for you to come. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening. I can do two things at once. I'm not a 4'8" blonde chick, all right? Oh my God. Jesus Christ. He's not even listening to me. Anyway, so Amber, Dan, ask Amber a question that you have for her on this, your first date.
I'm so sorry.
Do you use rubbers for real?
This is great. This is just great.
Bachelor number one, I have a question.
Okay, Red Band wants to ask a question. So who are you talking to, the guy or the girl?
The Bachelor. Do you use dating apps to have sex, and how many times have you had sex with somebody from a dating app?
Be honest, bro.
Do you, I mean, I could ask that.
Yeah.
No, then he's asking you that, right?
I'm asking you that. Right? Actually, at the real, on my profile, I actually asked for girls who work in Marriott or American Airlines because I try to get travel hacking stuff.
He just had a stroke. In your bio, you say that you prefer girls that work for American Airlines because you want to travel for free.
Yes.
That makes complete sense.
Bro, we gotta make it smile. It gets the miles. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Puts the cockpit in the cabin. I love it. And what is it that you're looking for in a man currently, Amber Joy Lane?
I just want somebody funny.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever been on one of these Tinder dates and you hook up with the person that night? It's just like a one-night stand? Honest answer?
Of course.
Yeah. Do you think that might happen tonight with Danny? I'm trying to help you. Come on.
Maybe if he lands a joke.
How many of you guys think these two should kiss for the first time?
No!
Right now?
Yes! Yes! Come on! Come on! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Do it. Face them. Give them a kiss. Look at the crowd. They want it. Come on. How many of you guys loved her jokes tonight? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, shit. That was real. No, you can't get
Oh,
me.
shit.
Jesus Christ. What do you think? I want fucking Dan's secondhand slobber all over me?
We're in the middle of a pandemic, by the way.
Yeah.
We gotta check out that dude's boner now. Let's look all together at that guy's.
Oh, he's covering it up. Oh shit, he's covering it up. This guy's got a big mic in his pants right now. That was fucking awesome. Amber, your jokes are fine. You just gotta take your time. You'll get totally different results. I'm sure of it. Keep doing it. Stick with it. You have great charisma, great stage presence. Dan, thank you so much for bringing her here on a first date. That's ballsy.
Fuck that puss. Fuck that puss.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Amber. I'm sorry. It wasn't me. It was Red Band. Red Band's like 60 years old. He's from a different time. He's not like us, young bucks. Jesus. You're adorable. Go kill it out there. We'll see you soon. Amber Joy Lane, everybody. There she goes. Now can I kiss you?
Red Band.
These fucking animals out here.
He's a fucking animal. Watch the show.
Now can I kiss you? That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. Hey, why don't we just have Dan spit in my mouth? You guys ready for that special treat or what? Ladies and gentlemen, it took us a long time to get to Miami, but when we did, I believe we made it count because these are the first Coltoni shows in which, in the history of the show, all 3 regulars are here, everybody.
Oh, shit.
This guy became one of the highest-ranking members of Second City of all time, an improvisational guru, then was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease and decided to finally get around to chasing his lifelong dream of being a stand-up comedian. Turns out he's one of the best and our favorites in the show's history. Ladies and gentlemen, Miami, Florida, I present to you the great Michael Lehrer. Come on, it's Michael Lehrer.
Oh, yeah, darling. Oh, yeah, darling. Oh, yeah, darling. Oh, yeah, darling. Where my kimonos at? All your Costa Rican skins on my neck. Oh, every Costa Rican man, women in town, in the room right now, has 2 choices. They're simple or they're Yo, I'm on a fixed income because I get a disability check every month, so I can only afford so much cocaine. But I found a way to make cocaine cost effective. Road trips. One night stand and then like when they were cause you keep you're not